Here, I made us live, so I don't know if people will be able to switch over to here or not.
How am I supposed to hold the phone?
You have to hook that thing onto the front. Or do that, I guess. I don't know. I can't make it work on your phone. I'll try to find the thing on this phone.
It's already on.
It's only on if you can get it to... Okay. Are any people starting to find their way over?
It says you've got one, which must be you.
Can you try to find me?
Hello?
I had to start a different live. I couldn't go on from that thing. That didn't work. It wasn't the way I set it up before because it says we were using streaming software. Well, I don't have streaming software.
I know, last time we didn't do it that way either, so I need to post a different link.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know what the link is.
You know what the link is? Okay.
I have no idea, so, because
Okay.
I don't even know how to get there myself, but I did post to everybody that was in that thing.
Should we just go to and
That
Did
we
you
were,
put-
yeah, that we were going to be posting to, that we were gonna be posting to Facebook a new link.
do we
Okay,
want
you
to just
did
jump
that
over to
there.
Facebook and start?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Shouldn't even come down.
Me figure.
So Dusty's using my phone in the wrong angle.
Yay!
Should just stay in bed.
Okay, so I need to go here, I need to go here, I need to go here. And I need to, nope, that's not it, upcoming.
Okay, here I am. I see, I have 3 watching, so people are finding it.
Okay, great, that's super. Coming. So it's,
Hold on, I'm finding the link.
okay. Ah, there it is.
You
Nope,
found
that's
it?
That's the old link. Let me double check to make sure that's the old link. I think it is.
I'm here. Chantel found it.
Oh, good. If Chantel can find it, then we're good.
Anybody can find
No, I'm not going to say that, naughty.
it. No, she did great. She did better than me. Deb found it.
Well, good. I don't know where it
Hey, Sky and I can't find it.
went.
Okay, I got it.
Where'd you go to get it? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, there you are.
You found it?
I did.
Okay, Sky's posting for the rest of you. Yay! Donuts. I want donuts.
Me too.
Chantel found it. Deb found it. I don't know if anybody else found it, but you will find it soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute this out. Alright, Sky, I'm hanging up. I love you. Thank you. I got rid of Sky. I threw her to the curb. Alright, guys. So Dusty's here. Annabella's here. I've got my little grandbaby here. She's
Here's your mics.
out there doing things. I've got my old sewing machine.
And it's gone from there.
You only need to read the chat.
There ain't no chat either.
Oh, great.
It's done.
I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today. I was trying to hurry. Our little granddaughter didn't go to sleep till, after 4 this morning. And Pappy didn't get to sleep till after 4 this morning. So Nana decided she was going to leave home and come down here and try to get things ready to go by herself this morning.
I can read the chat on your laptop, so don't worry about
Well,
it.
that's what I was trying to do. I thought that's what you were going to do from the beginning, was read
It
it.
just came back up, so I could read it.
Oh, okay.
It's a spinning ball of death.
Well, you know. Now, the only one more problem that I have is what foot's on that Juki right behind you?
There isn't one.
Is there an ankle on it?
Maybe.
Well, I need an ankle for this machine.
Oh, my lordy bee.
Well, this is what happens when your sewing machine breaks. Here, I might have an ankle. Let me look in here.
Well, there's one on here. I need a screwdriver to get it off.
Here, I have a screwdriver.
Oh, I had a screwdriver.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if anybody'd want to watch us two clowns at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, we didn't know we were getting our Annabella till yesterday. I don't know what time. And then we got her.
And then she took a nap after dinner.
And then she took a nap after dinner, but not till like 8 o'clock at night. So I figured she would sleep all night. Well, that was wrong. I was wrong.
No, she prayed like a rock star till 4 or 4:30.
So, yeah. So I fell asleep at after 1, which was okay because she was, hanging out, doing her thing.
Playing with the dogs, eating snacks.
Yep. And now I just need some thread. I need some green, gold, and black fabric. Annabella! You gonna find fabric for Nana? In the box, right under Nana's desk, where you are? Oh, I've got feet coming out the wazoo.
Put those back down.
Oh my goodness. So, everybody got their little Halloween things together? I've got mine together. Dusty's got Suzanne's in the long arm.
Here's the green. What else is that color?
I need gold for moon and black for bats. So here's my pumpkin. And I'm trying to find the foot that I want. So see, the Juki, I normally do my blanket stitching and my and then I just need I just need now some black thread.
And where would I even begin to look for that at?
You might see some in that drawer, maybe. I might have some over here, maybe. Hey, I've got some right here. How about that?
Awesome.
Swell, Batman. Hot dog. We're going to pull it off, girls and guys. So, I'm going to do my best to get to doing some of the quilting today, but we'll see. Because, well,
And since the camera's in a totally different mount and not the right camera, we'll see what happens today.
and of course now I have the feet for,
I gave them all to you.
yes, you gave me the ones for this machine, but now I have the ankle for the other machine.
Oh, I see. Clowns today.
Don't worry, I got it. Third, fourth, fifth time around, we made it. All right. Now I'm really going to have my stuff together. All right.
Okay, I can read chat from here.
All right. So I am going to get my black thread out. Now, I like to use black thread. You can match your thread if you want for applique. I don't know if you guys do a lot of applique. I like to do machine applique. I don't do a ton of hand applique. And the worst, many of you know I have MS and I am literally blind in my left eye. Can't see anything out of my left eye. So my depth perception isn't that good. And of course, the older I get, the worse and worse my eyes get. So the more the older I get, of course, the harder and harder time I have seeing. So the more shortcuts I take. So I do more, a lot more stitching by machine than I ever used to, because I used to do so much more by hand, like bindings and so on and so forth. But the harder time I have seeing, well, I end up, stitching more by machine. So, it is what it is. I'm just thankful that I can still do what I do, and I still do enjoy it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. All right, so I use mostly all black thread to do my blanket stitching. I like the way it looks. It gives me a nice outline. I don't have to change threads 80 million times. And so I primarily use black, but a lot of people like to color change. They like to change the colors up, with every color different fabric that they use. They want to change the color of their threads, and that's fine. There's no rule that says you have to do it this way, or because I like it this way, you have to do yours that way. That's just not true. So if you've made it this, oh gosh, I've got these, I almost ran over my microphone cords here. Anyway, so Dusty grabbed me some fabric for the moon and the stem and the stuff. Now on your pattern you have stitch outs, or not stitch outs, but like stencils for your little face of your little pumpkin and that. So you'll see this piece here that kind of looks like a piece of pie or a pizza or whatever. That's the piece that is your for your moon. So you're going to want to use your paper scissors and cut that guy out. You know, it can just be big, sloppy cut out around. And what you're going to do is you're going to, on your fusible web, I'm going to need a couple pieces of tape, hun, or a piece of tape.
Okay.
Right on my desk should be. I have to be able to put my smile together. So this is just Heat and Bond Light, okay? It comes with the directions in it. This is my go-to Heat and Bond. Now they make 50 million kinds. You can use whatever you like best, whatever your go-to is, but I've used Heat and Bond forever and ever and ever, and that's what my mother-in-law used, so that's what I use. So that was her go-to, and so it quickly became my go-to, so that's what I use. And I am folding my Heat and Bond in 4 because I need to be able to place this shape so that it will be lined up on all 4 sides. So I'm going to put one of the straight lines on one of the folds and the other of the straight lines on the other of the folds. So I'm going to go ahead and just make a little donut with my tape here. I'm going to just make a little tape donut. I know Debbie said she brought the donuts, but they're all at her house. So I have to have tape donuts. Thanks, Debbie. So now I'm just going to put that right on my, line that up with the corner. Line this edge up. And then I'm going to line up this edge here. And I can either take my scissor, or I'm just going to take my rotary cutter and I'm just going to wheel it off there. Right on the line. And I only need one of these because we're only going to need one moon. There we go. So now I've got my moon. And then I'm going to grab my fabric that Dusty picked for me, which was this gold.
Don't worry, the baby went back to bed.
Did she?
She's out there sleeping like a log.
Oh, that little turd. That baby is sleeping. Can you believe it?
Happy said to you last night, are you sure you want her to spend the night? Oh, she'll be good.
She was good.
She was good. She just
I mean, she wasn't bad.
didn't cry or nothing.
I mean, I wasn't really impressed at like 4 o'clock when she needed a snack. She needed chocolate balls. She is her grandmother's granddaughter, you know. She needed chocolate balls at 4 in the morning. Everybody needs that. So I just gave this a little press.
She wanted noodles for breakfast.
Did she?
Yeah. I told her no, she was having yogurt and we were going out the door. Yeah, I'm a mean pappy.
He's a mean pappy. So, okay, so now I'm going to take my moon and I'm going to lay it rough side down. So this is the rough side of my fusible, okay? So it's kind of rough, so I'm going to lay it on the wrong side of my fabric. Make sure I don't get any of that salvage. And I'm going to keep it as close to the edge as I can because I don't want any of that fabric to go to waste if I can help it. Dusty is sitting over there just very studious he is. He's got his laptop on his lap. And
well, the chat doesn't roll up on your phone and it's in the wrong format, but at least here I can see what people are typing it.
yeah, so next week we'll be back in a different format because I will have officially learned how to do this better, I swear.
Connie Van Amrick and a couple of them would like to have a video of you cutting the mystery quilt kits in the laser.
Oh, I already planned on doing that. I'm glad you girls said that because it's very interesting. It really is. So it'll be a fun project. So Dusty and I will we'll actually cut the fat quarters out. We'll cut the fat quarters over here. And then we're going to take the fat quarters and we're going to stack them. So
staple them.
We're going to stack them. We can't staple them. We might be able to staple just the very edges, maybe. I don't know if 16 layers of fabric will staple. Will it? We'll have to try it. Not sure. Anyways, and then we'll place it in the thing because then we'll zip through it. It'll be exciting. Anyhow, so all the fabric, all the layers, the 16 fat quarters will all be cut exactly at the same time. So if you're going to screw it up, it'll all be screwed up. Right? If you're going to do it, you might as well do it good. Okay, so there we go. So now I have my moon, which is now fused on to the back of my gold yellow moon fabric. And since Dusty is holding the laptop, I can't make him cut that out for me because he's just too busy holding that. And I'm going to go ahead and take my little pumpkin face, and I have to tape my little face. I need to tape my smile here together so that I get this little guy. All taped together. So now you're going to need one stem and everything. And your stem, of course, is going to be green. Your eyes and your nose are going to be black. So you're going to cut 3 of those. One big happy face. I don't know about you, but I want a happy jack-o'-lantern. I don't know if we'll have Annabella on Thursday night when Trick or Treat is. Trick or Treat here is always on a Thursday. And so I don't know if Annabella's mom works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursday. So I don't know if we will have Annabella on Thursday, Trick or Treat night or not. So we might have to go Halloweening. Doesn't that sound like fun? And I need 2 bats. Okay, now I have to trace these. What? Oh, he's cutting out. So now these I just trace them. Okay, so I know that I need 2 bats. And if you want to make your bats a little different size, you can. If you want them to be the same size, you can. It doesn't make any difference. I need a pen. Thanks, hon.
You ask and things fly into the screen for you.
I know, isn't that great? I needed one of these screens a long time ago. So now make sure you're tracing on the smooth side of your fusible. It doesn't work very good if you trace on the rough side. Dusty traced a whole bunch of something out one time on the rough side. Not saying it won't work, it's just it doesn't work as well. All right, 1 bat down. Now, in your instructions, you have you have the picture on the front that you can use for placement of your pieces, but there's also a picture that I have in the back that's just kind of a diagram with, some O's for orange fabric and P's for purple fabric, I think. Which have also the applique on it, so you can use that also for kind of a placement, so you can kind of see. But it's not this is where they have to go. You put them wherever you want. This is your project. Now I'm going to put 3 little triangles on here, if I can get them all on here.
I brought Nanny down Pop-Tarts for breakfast.
Oh, good.
Or you can have yogurt.
I don't like yogurt. The baby has to eat yogurt. I get Pop-Tarts. All right, and a stem. If any of you live in Pennsylvania or do archery or have family that does archery, apparently the deer are starting to run. They're coming into rut. And boy, let me tell you, Bryce is getting excited. He says he had a little buck chasing this morning, and a big buck was cutting him off. Oh yeah, so he's happy. All his glory, sitting in the woods, freezing his tush off. Seems like a great time to be had by all, if you ask me. So, there's those. And now I have to get one more piece of heat on so I can do my little smiley face here. So now,
And if they keep all the pieces real close together, they waste a lot less, right?
yep, if you keep all your pieces close together now,
That are going to be the same color, too.
especially if they're going to be the same color. Now, G always saved all of her, even the tiniest little bits, because she said, although she never really did anything with them, and I threw the bag away, ultimately, because I can only look at it for so long. She dissolved the little pieces when she peeled them off of the stuff, and she said she would put it in a bag and put it in her thing, and then she would make it into starch, but ultimately she just put them in a bag and let them melt, and then left it in the sink for days and days, and finally I just threw it away, and that was the end of that. So, but we do keep the little pieces for a while until there's, and we use them until there's just too many little pieces.
If I'm going to waste something, I'd rather waste fusible.
Then what?
Than wasting fabric. Fusible's cheap. There. That'll all fit on one piece of black. Connie says the heck with you. She's using a plate for a template for the moon.
Yeah, go ahead. Plates work great. I use plates all the time. Especially when they ask you to round the corners of something. Oh, yeah, right. I use a plate for those all the time. It's the best. You can put right up against your regular plates. I use my rotary cutter, whoop, right around. Works great.
Couldn't have dinner last night. Not enough help at the restaurant to keep it open in the evening to have dinner. Maybe I'll go get an evening job cooking.
Well, we live out in the boondocks, so, there's only one little ma and pa kettle restaurant out here. And, it only has about a half a dozen, maybe a dozen things on the menu. So it's not like you got a lot of choices. And, it is what it is. But since we ended up having Annabella, Dusty thought we would maybe just ride over there and have a bite to eat. And we were going to take her for a ride in the Jeep, which we did take her for a ride in the Jeep. And we did go there. But they were not open due to not having enough help. Is what it said on the door.
Don't worry. I got the guillotines out for you this morning.
I told you about those dumb scissors.
They're the best scissors in the world. It makes applique breeze.
Does it?
Pappy is on it this morning.
Where's my
Moon?
stem, Pappy?
Oh, I don't know. Worry about the hats and bats. There's your smiley face. Oops, I found your stem on the floor.
You threw my stem on the ground.
Yeah.
Poor stem. Yeah, so I gotta do something. I'm gonna have to either order those clucky vests for my chickens.
Or just get rid of chickens.
Those poor chickens. What'd they do to you? You'll never guess where I found the eggs. They started laying eggs in the food barrel. Yeah. It has to be orange juice. Yep. That's Annabella's chicken. Orange juice. Orange juice the chicken. She's a pretty chicken. She is much bigger than my rooster. She is fat.
You want me to cut those apart for you?
When I get them on here.
I don't know that you'll get them on there if not cutting them apart.
Oh yeah.
Close enough. I was supposed to be up early this morning so I could get Suzanne's quilt done.
You failed.
I shouldn't have went to bed.
There's that. All right. Now where'd you put my little piece? There's my little stem. Great. Now this little guy, put him down on here. All right. Now,
Maybe we'll have everything done by Saturday and know how to work things.
by Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not going to do Saturday's live show that's not going to be on Facebook, on YouTube. Only this, classes. Now, Thursday, what's you guys' opinion? Should we do Thursday's class with the Dream Big panel
Definitely on YouTube.
on YouTube?
But we have to figure that out really good because I wanted to be able to help with that. So that may take a little pre-planning.
Well, I tried to pre-plan this morning, but I think my pre-planning was too advanced, and it screwed us up. All right, so now I've got my little stem. It's all trimmed up here. And what I'm going to do is, I wanted to originally sew it into the seam before I fused it down. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to this center piece of orange at the top of this pumpkin here. And I'm going to pull out just a few stitches along the top, which I will restitch, but I wanted to, that way I can make sure that the bottom of this little guy is just stitched in the seam. Gosh, if I could see it, it'd be awesome. I need some go-go gadget eyes.
A lot of ladies have problems with Zoom because of their internet speed.
So they like this better.
So much better. Yeah, that's what they said. I guess we need to get a little smarter in the next week or so. It took us dang near 2 years to get Facebook right.
Well, Thursday is the class for the thing.
Then I guess we better practice. Like tomorrow, Thursday?
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Then we really have a lot to do.
Can you help me?
Yeah?
Because I really can't get this apart.
Let me see.
And even though I'm really, really trying hard.
Let me see. Got where you want it?
Yeah, I just want a little bit of that apart.
Holy mackerel, freaking little tiny stitches.
Well, yeah. That's how you make sure your stitches don't come out.
Or get them out.
That might be true. I did.
You would have something.
And
A book of stamps.
I do need a book of stamps.
Okay.
And I do have that all ready to go for the book of stamps.
I can bring in a book of stamps for you.
And I didn't get to my labels because I was running late.
Okay, let me go get you a sheet of stamps.
Okay, how much are they?
$11.60, I think, for a book.
Okay. There's cash in my wallet, or,
Want one?
yes, please. I've lost the last book. In the,
Yeah, I have no idea how you get those out.
all right, in the colored thing.
I can see. You can't even hardly.
Okay, I'll get them out myself. In the colored thing in my purse,
I know where there's money.
and there's the letter for him
I
is,
know where that is too.
my lady. That's my mail lady. She's really good. And I meant to have mail for her. But nothing really has gone as good as I had hoped today. You know, they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I've had a great bunch of intentions. Okay, I'm cutting out bats. Alright, so now, once we get these all cut out, now I like to, when I'm doing my applique, I use the blanket stitch, so it kind of looks like, I always, it's kind of a straight down, a little bite in, a little bite out, straight down, a little bite in, a little bite out, straight down, a little bite in, a little bite out. So that's kind of what it looks like. And they have one also that is kind of slanted. You don't want the slanted one.
It's too hard to work with.
It's very hard to work with.
You're better off zigzagging.
Yeah, you're better off with a zigzag if you don't have the one that's straight. Because it's hard to go around curves and things when you have the one that's, if you only have the one that's slanted. And for some reason, if you don't have very many stitches on your machine, for some reason they always put in the one that's slanted instead of the one that's straight. So why they do that, I have no real idea, unless it has something to do with actual like sewing, people who sew like garments and things. I'm not sure, but because I don't sew garments and things. But yeah, no. That stitching is just not worth a fiddle. So you'll want to make sure that you have those stitches that are straight. Straight in and straight down. So they look like little E's or L's or whatever. What are you looking for, honey? Well, I would help you if you told me. Maybe I could help you.
And between the diameter of the thread that you pieced with and the little tiny stitches, it's very hard to get under one to get it started. And it's gray.
Here, I'll just applique it on top. It'll be fine.
Haha. Maybe.
Did you get a triangle cut out over there on your side?
I have a mouth cut out. I have a triangle cut out.
Oh, good. Pappy was anxious to get out of here yesterday, so I left.
We left here at 5 o'clock last night.
I know when we left.
Wasn't anxious.
He was. He had ants in his pants and bugs in his hair.
I hadn't eaten all day. And I still didn't end up eating anything. We made noodles for the baby.
She's sleeping because Pappy told her she had to sit still and be quiet. And now she went to sleep.
Yeah, just applique over it. You're not going to get it any other way.
Okay. Well, if you followed the directions, you would have sewed that into the seam, since I didn't have mine cut out when I put my seams together, and now we can't get it apart because we can't see.
Victor says StreamYard's way better, but I didn't think that we'd have enough as much stuff StreamYard. We've used it a little bit. You need somebody to host and everything.
Yeah, you have to have a host with StreamYard. That would imply that there were other people being involved.
That knew what they're doing.
Because we use StreamYard when we do like the Rusty Barn thing. But see, I have plenty of YouTube subscribers, but I have to have my viewable hours up in order to be able to monetize our YouTube channel. Because YouTube just changed its rules again. So, needless to say. Okay, so on the top of your little pumpkin, ha ha, ha ha. Just give it to the blind girl. She'll get it. All right, so Pappy,
Yeah,
I got it open
good.
all by myself.
Do you need anything else cut out?
No. Now I just need to peel everything. Okay, so now I've got my little opening here for my little stem. So I'm going to go ahead, paper on it. I'm going to stick my stem up in that seam allowance there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to even it up across the bottom. And I am going to God, I haven't used this sewing machine in 100 years. I think it's time to get rid of some sewing machines. What do you think?
I'm thinking about having a dumpster brought in. Or a big fire in the front yard, one or the other.
I'm pretty sure that a sewing machine's not probably going to burn.
We could do a tannerite video.
A tannerite video.
Tannerite versus old.
Shit.
They've probably never seen tannerite video. Be a great video.
Okay, so now I just did stitch that. So now I left the paper on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and I'm going to pull, because it obviously perforated where I had the, I sewed through the paper. So I'm going to pull the paper out of the seam. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the paper off of the back of my stem here.
I was wondering if they wanted to see any quilting in the dark on Halloween party.
Ooh, so let us know about that. Dusty, I don't know if we did any last year. Did we do any of that last year?
A little bit until the machine screwed up.
Quilting in the dark. Dusty says we did do some of that last year. I couldn't remember.
Just a little bit.
Quilting in the dark. So let us know if you want to do any quilting in the dark next year, or for Halloween party, because that's coming up. The Halloween party.
First claim to fame.
So if anybody wants to see any quilting in the dark this year for Halloween, let us know. And be thinking about your Halloween costume.
There'll be some pretty good prizes.
So there we go. So now I've got my little stem on my pumpkin.
It's a little hard to see, but that's okay.
It's a little crooked too, but that's okay also.
We're crooked.
Not me. Speak for yourself, Pappy. All right, now I'm going to find my blanket stitch.
Victor sent you a video yesterday. You're supposed to check it out. He's got his costume planned out.
Oh, okay. Victor has his costume planned out. You're way ahead of me, Victor.
I may wear your wedding dress.
My wedding dress?
Yeah, from Justin's wedding. Maybe I'll dress up.
Why are you wearing that's my dress.
I don't have a dress.
No, you don't.
I thought about wearing my naughty nightie.
Your naughty nightie?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a naughty nightie?
Your battery's just about dead on your laptop.
Okay, now I'm there. Now I have to get this to go to the right stitch. I got it, guys. Okay, so on this machine, so this is a Viking Emerald 183. So it's been around since Shep was a pup. And I have it set for the blanket stitch. Now, I typically like my blanket stitch to be the same length as it is depth. So if I'm setting it for a 2, then it's, 2 long and 2 wide. So it's, I've got it set both for the same number. And so for the stem here, I want to be able to see it. So I'm going to I'm gonna go for 3 on both. And I changed these, so, and you'll be able to, now, can you all see? Well, my clock's moving again, so I'm gonna guesstimate that I'm unfrozen. Okay, now what I'm doing here is I'm going to needle down, just hand crank, needle down, and needle up, and that's going to allow me to pull that bobbin up to the top, if I get it all the way around. Ouch, ouch! Guess what? The needle's sharp. I bet you'd have never guessed that. So that gives me my needle then up to the top. And my bobbin thread. Okay, so now I'm starting right here at the edge. I'm going to go ahead and put my foot in the down position. Now I scoot my machine close to me here so that I can see. And you're going to want to make sure if you're blanket stitching by machine, you have one of your feet on that's got the, the oval slot, not the single hole. Because if you have the single hole, you're going to break a needle. Okay, so oval slot so you don't break a needle. All right, so now on my machine, I have a fix button, and all that does is means it's basically going to stitch in place 3 times, and it's kind of tie a knot. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit my fix button, and it's going to do this, and then it's going to begin, and it's going to go in and out. So it's going stitch frontwards, in, out. 1, 2, in, out. Frontwards, in, out. And it will keep doing this same thing as it stitches along. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pivot.
Timer's still going, so hopefully it'll pick back up.
So it's still frozen?
That's what Victor just said, but the timer's still going, so.
And turn. And now I'm going to do the last side here. Okay, and a little fix at the end. All right. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, so now if Dusty can zoom in here a little bit.
I'm just gonna hold it up because I can't zoom in at all. I can't. There's no control now. Look at this phone and this now.
So if they can look on the one side, I hadn't adjusted the tension yet, so you can see what it looks like. And then you can see where I adjusted the tension, so you've got it pulling black thread, so it's got a lighter weight thread in the bobbin, and the bobbin thread is white. So you can see what it looks like. Will you get me a water out of the van?
There's water in the fridge.
The water out of the fridge. Anyways, okay, so now I'm ready to go ahead and I'm going to put the rest of our pieces on here. Thanks, Sailor Moon. Go ahead and put our face on our little fella. You didn't happen to think to grab that stick off the table, did you, Bryce? Good, Daddy. Good job, Pappy. The green stick back on the other table has the pieces for that. It's not working? Why? What'd you do to it? Break it? Bryce broke the plasma cutter.
I think you broke the windshield wiper on the van, on the Jeep too. It wouldn't work this morning either.
Mom was with me when I didn't make it.
No,
It just doesn't work.
we believe what happened is that all the little screws are rattled loose.
Or it's not connected or
Well, it's not lighting up, so I think it's either a fuse or disconnected somewhere.
Because we went to run the windshield wiper and it didn't work.
Not a big deal. I used the squeegee on it.
So, there we go. Got our little mouth on there. What do you think? Upside down? Right side up?
Right side up.
All right. Yeah, she was still up. 4 a.m., man.
I was still awake when I heard you was up.
There we go. So we got our eyes, our nose, our our mouth, and I'm gonna put my moon. And whatever placement you like for your moon and your bats is totally up to you.
Probably put them, yeah.
I used a lot of dark in my
And busy.
and a lot of prints, so I'm gonna stick both of my bats kind of on my moon here, only because
Then you can see them.
I'm gonna lose them otherwise. There we go. Perfect. All right, I didn't get this down good here. At the tips of my points. All right. Good deal. All right, so here we go. Here's my pumpkin. Is it crooked?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Let me see.
His one eyeball is like 4 inches above the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce.
Here, I'll help you.
I have so much help around here. Well,
I think you should mark those out next time.
just pull that one off over there. I don't know why nobody wants to help me. They just want to laugh at me. Bryce just sits right over there and laughs.
Hand me the iron.
That's what he did. Right out loud. He ain't got nothing to say any other time. He wouldn't say poop if he had a mouthful of it. Nope. He just sits there and laughs at me. Yep, that's what he did. What the? That's a fine how do you do.
There's your iron back, so you gotta get it. I know I'm that better.
I don't know why they give me these cramped quarters. I thought I did a real fine job. I could have just called him the wonky pumpkin. Okay, perfect. I'm getting rid of that thing before I burn myself. 'Cause that'll be next.
Branded.
I'll have myself burnt. Okay. Good gravy. All right, so now I'm going to zip along here. This is my support staff. I just want people to know what I'm dealing with here. They just laughed at me out loud. There's a fly. I hate those flies. I told you he doesn't say nothing, he just strikes. He probably didn't even kill it.
At least it didn't hit you.
Yeah, but he might if I don't watch my P's and Q's. There we go. And I don't know if you can see that, but this looks real nice right along the edge. It looks real good. I'll show you when I get this around this little mouth here. You're a bad apple, Bryce. I don't think where those fly strips are working very good. You have at home. Did you catch any flies on them? Annabella broke 2 chicken eggs last night. She fed him to orange juice and said she would be able to give us more eggs tomorrow. Okay, now I'm up here, and right now the width of my stitch is the same width as to where I am on the corner of the mouth. So it's exactly the width. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to I don't need to change the length of the stitch. I just need to change the depth of the stitch. So I'm just going to shrink it down to about 1 instead of 3. That way when it comes back, it doesn't, you don't overshoot the moon. And then you're going to just do a couple of stitches, the first couple that way, and then you're going to go ahead and just lengthen it back out. There we go. And now we'll just lengthen it. And what that does is it allows you still to catch the tip of that, the corner of the mouth, all the way to the tip without, missing it totally. You just have to shrink it as you go. Okay. Connie, if you're still here, I have a prize for you from the last mystery retreat. I've had it with your name sitting on it in a box, and I still have it. So the next time you place an order or whatever, I have them laying on top of my desk now, so hopefully I won't forget. I have a few of you. Lorraine Short, I know, is one. But I still have a few of you's prizes still sitting on my desk. So I want to get them moved out of here before the new retreat. Because Lord knows I'm confused enough already. I don't need any extra help. Uh-oh, did you hear that bad noise? Bryce. I didn't do anything. It's this. Oh my. Oh my. It's a whole big hoopla. Oh yeah. It's true. Your dad had my screwdriver over there. Never mind, he gave it back. Good golly. There we go. There we go. Let's see. What are you looking at, Bryce? Yeah, right. Little sassy monster over there. All right. I'm all fixed. Just my top thread got stuck underneath there. All right. Did you hear anything from your brother? Yes? I just wondered when he was coming back. From his honeymoon. I think I'll send him a note and tell him the deer and might move him along. I don't know how long a normal honeymoon is. I'll be glad to get rid of his dog. Won't that be nice? Okay.
I'm almost dead on my battery.
All right. What time is it?
You've been on over 90 minutes.
I'd be able to just fix the machine.
I'm gonna
So
be.
they kind of got the idea with everything. So she'll have it done for the next episode where she's going to quilt it.
So, anyways, so I'm gonna at least finish up the mouth here. Since I got a little hung up in my I did. So tomorrow evening, we will be doing ouch, our, what are we doing?
Dream big
Dream big. So,
on the domestic, and I'm going to draw a little bit if we have time.
and we are going to do that on,
In our Zoom room.
I thought you just said we were going to do it on Facebook. Or on,
Well, as bad as this is all work today,
well, it was worked good except for the interruptions.
everybody keeps saying it's frozen out there again. We're still running on our end, though.
So,
Sky just typed in, she said it'll be on Zoom tomorrow night.
and then around. All right.
We have a website, and what is it again?
www.farrellscountrystitching.com.
And is that downloadable?
The
pattern?
website?
No, the pattern.
Yes, they can download the pattern. Yep, it's called Pumpkin Patch. And then you can see the first part of the pattern, or the first part of the class from last week on YouTube. And then obviously this part will be there. And then, oops. So around the mouth there is all done. So then you're going to do just the eyes around the moon and that. So you're going to want to blanket stitch around all of those. And then for next week, we're going to go ahead and layer everything up and we're going to stitch. Now, next week, I'm going to be using my bat template and my mini ruler foot to quilt my wall hanging. So if you want to quilt yours with the templates also, you'll need a mini ruler foot and the mini bat template. If you want to use your free motion foot, you can use that. If you want to use a walking foot, you can use that.
If you want to use a check, you can do that.
There you go. Any of those things.
Hey, sorry for all the goof ups this morning.
So, but, par for the course, it's just how it is. Growing pains. Just keep saying that to yourself every single week. Anyways, until next Wednesday, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.